Welcome everybody to session 16, I believe, of Wrath of the Godkings. We're missing Cammy today. She's having some technical issues, and Mystic unfortunately cannot be here. So we're going to pray that nothing bad happens. But to pick up where we left off,
I summon my sword and attack Weaver.
Yeah. Okay.
I turn around and put my boot through his throat.
I wild shape into a bear and just start clawing at Cammy.
Okay.
Cammy
appears in the world of Wrath of the Godkings. Oh boy, roll a wisdom save. Anyway, to continue, in the last session, you all had returned to the city of Deadstone after making your way up to Tidham, the capital, to accomplish a mission, and then another mission, and maybe a few more. Along the way, making some friends, both of which have not seen the city of Deadstone, this dreary old, run-down, almost completely ruined city that is just struggling to get by. But you all went about your business. Hujan caught up with your superior and your comrades in Azga and Lazak, received a bit of information on one of the other members of your specialized troop, and we're making plans to head that way where the incident happened. Meanwhile, Doctor, as well as Hazil, eventually went to the Temple of Deadstone. Hazil to help out where they could, and Doctor to go and visit Mantle, your old friend, who was going through a bit of a crisis as he had lost favor with Boris and lost his faith, and in turn is no longer capable of practicing holy magics. But wishing to go along with you guys, hoping that a change of scenery might do him some good, you left him to make preparations for the road. But now, as the day sort of draws on, it's nearing mid-evening about, what would you all like to do?
Well,
This
I'm
place
finding
sucks.
everybody else to procure my plans and make sure people are actually in agreement to it.
Mm-hmm.
Dragging Hazil along with me.
Hujan's gonna fill out his report on what the fuck happened while he's been here.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna green. Get a soda.
All right. So you drag Hazil along, who immediately sort of just takes this glazed look to the eyes as you just sort of drag them through the city. I'll say, Everest, where are you at this point in time?
I don't know.
Everyone's sort of
I don't know where
scattered
I was. Yeah.
upon immediately entering this city. So where do you think you would go first?
She's since most of them don't like her right now, she probably is just walking around the city trying to understand like why we came here. And literally that's just the first thing. This place sucks.
Yeah, not
Well,
a big
then...
fan of how you said, like, you guys made it back to Deadstone, as if that's a good thing.
Yeah. Entirely true. I'll say, Doctor, asking around to some of these soldiers, you are given Hujan's whereabouts, that he is back up at the barracks, and you go and ask for him. They let you know he's filling out a report at the moment. Just give him some time. And eventually, Hujan, you are also made aware, the creepy bird lady is here for you.
Creepy bird Oh. Right, okay. He'll
The
finish
creepy
up
bird lady
whatever.
that somehow managed to sneak past all of our guards one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He'll finish up his report and then make his way out. And will imagine that no matter where he goes, she'll find him anyway. So he'll just begin a light patrol as he waits to hear Hujan from wherever. So
Yeah, Doctor.
Correction, you do not get the surprise of calling out. You just get the doctor trailing behind you silently.
Imagine.
You might hear Hazil before you hear the doctor.
with a perception of 12, do I know how long does it take me to notice that they're behind me?
I mean, Doctor's naturally pretty stealthy. Hazel, maybe not as much. So you definitely hear like a shuffling, like, oh, as Hazel being dragged, sort of stumbles for a moment.
The moment he hears that, he just stops. And then slow turn around.
Hello.
I
Didn't actually think that I'd meet up with you like this, but you know what? Can't really complain either. So, I have something to go over with you. Technically, everyone else that we're going with, but for the most part, just you. Probably.
right. Go
Well,
on.
since we are... I am, thank you. Since we are going out of Necros and exploring, not really exploring, but venturing out, for a few stops, at least until we get to a major city outside of Necros, I am adding a person to our little adventuring party.
Ooh.
Natural.
Okay. Might be useful to have around, actually.
He would certainly be more useful before this last week, but everything will be fine.
That is supposed to mean what exactly?
He can't do magic anymore.
Right. Great. Or perhaps if we give him a match, he can breathe fire.
Probably not.
Or the alcohol he consumes, you'd be surprised.
I mean, true, but I don't think he's inclined to do that right now. Regardless, he will be coming with us because I don't want to see him living like this anymore, and I think Necros isn't the best place to, you know, be happy.
Don't think it is a place to be happy at all.
See, you understand.
He needs a place to go. He's always welcome in Kamen, so long as he's willing to do so.
I don't know about that, but you can bring that up with him yourself, since that's not my jurisdiction.
Oh. He was a cleric, yes?
Mhm.
I imagine that means that, Aris was his patron.
That is correct.
Perhaps making good with one of his allies will regain some favor.
Perhaps. Maybe. Or maybe he can find favor elsewhere. Or maybe no favor at all.
True. Like he could gain favor with my Godking and perhaps have a great time with that. I need to write something down. I forgot. Hold on. That was Jake.
Okay.
Where are my fucking pens? I bought like a bunch of them and they're all gone.
I stole them.
Please give them back.
Oh,
Okay.
Also, Hazel,
There
the
you
doctor
go.
has dragged you
Enough.
along for this conversation.
you're
That's
here.
fine. Yeah.
Hazel comes out of their daze. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to make sure that I'm writing the right thing down. When I was talking to Varus, he called Agrisha his battle brother, right?
Yeah, something
Yes.
along those lines.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I wanted to write that down and I fucking forgot to. Anyway, that's all I needed. Yeah, he'll... Right, well, if Mantle is going to come with us, that's fine, I guess.
Wonderful.
As long as he doesn't, I'm a burden. He has a lack of capabilities. Don't care.
I'm having him learn how to do regular medicinal sciences. Much like I did before coming into faith. There's a like jazz hand type motion.
Right, well. It's fine. Is there anything else that you really needed? Other than to tell me
really.
this?
No, not really.
Fair
Just
enough.
figured it's helpful. I also don't really know what else I'm doing here, so, you know.
There. Have you been outside of Deadstone before? Or, sorry,
Me?
Necros.
Oh, yes, of course.
Fair enough. Don't know the traveling capacity of each of our members yet. So, we've kind of been in your turf.
I know Necro's the best, but I have been elsewhere.
Make things a little easier then, at least you'll know what to expect on the outside, although I'd say Necros is probably some of the worst of it.
It is certainly the greyest.
Well, also in terms of the dangers you're more likely to encounter on the road. Especially
Very
immediately
true.
after a toll. We're probably in the most
Very
dangerous
true.
place.
Ooh, that will definitely put a damper on things here.
Yes.
The damper is everywhere. Actually, I thought things probably couldn't get worse. I'll just say I'm glad I wasn't here when it happened.
That's true. Yes, it was quite bad here.
Very. Welcome back, by the way.
Yes. Thank you.
Right. Well, if we want to go find the others then.
Probably very smart.
Might be wise to get them before. Are we leaving or are we staying or?
I have something to pick up in the morning. We have to be here for at least a night.
Okay.
And I have something to give Everest. Should I say return to it?
Where is she, by the way?
I don't know. Usually you're the one finding everyone. You're very good at it and I don't know why or how. It's very unsettling.
Let's go if Hazel just starts wandering off.
Oh.
I guess Everest is
I
that
know what
way.
I'm doing
Follows.
Entirely fair. Okay.
Okay.
Do I find anything interesting just wandering around?
Interesting in Deadstone. There's always the market. There's always the forum, which has a plethora of interesting things. Now that the roads have started to clear up a little bit, and business is slowly returning to its usual form. Otherwise interesting. you could always hang around town hall, hear some of the town criers, or I don't know, try to pick up on some gossip at a bar.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, going to a
I
bar.
myself and my brain companion.
Yep, 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 yep.
She convinced Everest that we need gossip because gossip is important and knowledge is power.
Very accurate and true, and yes. So, as you sort of go, sorry, as you start meandering your way into town and towards sort of up the hill towards the um, town hall, you feel free to roll a perception check as you're just sort of leaning in, hoping to glean some world knowledge from what you understand, what you can hear.
I roll a perception check.
Oh yes, that's right. Allow me to do that for you.
I am vacuuming a floor.
This is why you need pocket dice at any given moment.
You know
Like,
what?
hold
The
on.
funny thing is, I just bought dice. I could bring them with me next
Yeah,
week
100%.
or
Do
2
it.
weeks
I
from
don't.
now.
I
Pocket
trust you.
die.
Pocket die. Just like, okay, let's see. All right. PSEP. Everest rolls a 10. So not bad. Just general gossip from what you understand. Not much in the way of anything particularly juicy. You know that things starting to clear up with the seekers having arrived. There have been far less stray undead wandering into town, and unnecessary fights breaking out in the streets when some child is being dragged from their home by a zombie. So that seems to be the good news.
So
Um,
her immediate response is, all of this is boring.
and like, just you say that to whoever's been like, okay, fuck you, what have you had to do in the past week?
You know what? Yeah. I'll tell him how I fucking cleared out a dungeon with people.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for
Happy
you.
to die. Fuck off. And then they go about their business. So yeah, the gossip is stale, to say the least, here in Deadstone. But as you are, I'd say, going about your business around the town hall and sort of up on the hill, you do actually eventually hear someone call out to you. Everest, is that you? As
I'm gonna
you,
slow turn, just like.
as you turn and see the familiar, warm smile, if not a little, just still maintaining some form of dignity, Lady Ophelia Decate, the owner of the forum, who seems to be just coming down the stairs of the town hall at the moment. I was unaware that you all had arrived, or that your troop had made it into town. At least I hope they all have.
Yeah, they're all here somewhere. I don't really know where, nor do I care right now. So.
Very fair. One needs one's alone time. How did your venture go? I've been a little busy. Haven't gotten to hear what all went down with that deal.
Plus, we are alive, so that's something, I suppose.
It's very good, yes. Anything else? Please, I don't leave the city very often. I love to hear anything.
The bad things happen to me, so it's kind of like a huh.
Yeah. You get in your head. Well, go on, tell her. It was quite interesting.
Telling her anything about you.
What was that? Sorry.
This back is like, I'm not telling her anything about you.
Right, I guess that's fair. But Yeah.
It was amusing.
All right. Certainly not something I would equate to a time after a toll, let alone traveling through the wastes to the capital, which I do hear is in rather dire straits. But at the very least, it was amusing. But it's better than dreadful, terrible, awful, uh, deadly.
I mean, deadly is something that it was, so.
At least the danger was something to keep you occupied.
Exactly.
You say that the rest of your party members are here in town, yes?
As far as I'm aware, none of them have left, yes.
Right. If I could, actually, seeing as you all have returned and seemingly successful is your mission, I had a proposal I wished to offer to all of you, if you are still traveling together, that is.
What kind of proposal?
Business, always.
Hmm. I will find them. Where do you want to meet?
Ah, just down in the forum. I'll wait around the main entrance for you.
Fine.
Right. I hope to see you there. I'll bring wine. I know that's your favorite.
You get kind of like a kind of a smile from that. Just, oh, okay.
Mhm. Eventually, you head back into town, and eventually, a lot of you meet back up. You see Everest still probably fairly obscured by the hood, I imagine, as you did commit crime.
Yeah.
But you all eventually find Everest sort of walking around.
There you are.
Hello.
Hi.
So, yeah, I got caught on the table.
We're staying here for tonight.
Good. We have a meeting.
Oh,
With who?
I tell them about meeting up with the lady.
Mhm.
She wants to offer a job of some sort.
Interesting. Well, I'd be welcome to hear them out.
sure.
I told them as much. I figured it wouldn't be a direct no.
Mhm. Very fair. Well, I imagine you lead them back to the forum, the hustle and bustle of the many shops and stalls within this sort of square complex structure. Think ancient Greek strip mall. Um, as you eventually find yourself at the entrance, you see a number of sort of armed individuals currently standing around a table that has been set up on the outside of the forum. A couple of wine glasses and a bottle or two sat there at the table as you see Lady Ophelia, currently with a dish of some kind in her hand as she dips like a bread of some kind into this sauce or something. Eats it. Seems to just be enjoying herself for the moment.
I'm just gonna walk straight up. She's waiting for us.
Hmm? Ah, Everest. I take it, good, you all did survive. She sets her food down and stands up. Good to see you all alive and in one piece, and with some new friends. As she looks over to Hazel and Octavia. Who might you be, darling? As she extends a hand to the one player here.
Hazel.
Hazil, Lady Ophelia Decate, owner and proprietor of the forum here in Deadstone.
Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine. I imagine you are traveling with this lot then?
Yes.
That is good to hear. Then my business proposal will extend to you as well. Please, have a seat. I've gathered a few decadencies for us to speak over. It is rather late in the day, and, well, dinner waits for no one. As she will take her seat back down. Do not mind my entourage. Personal protection, mercenaries that came through town, and, well, you never can be too safe after a toll, so. Besides, you seekers and the guards have their hands full. Hmm?
I
What
want to
was
grab
that?
one of the I want to grab one of the bottles of wine, pour a glass for Weaver, and then just start drinking out of the rest of the bottle.
100% fair. Weaver will take it. Thank you. As she's like, that is why I brought two, and begins pouring glasses for the rest of you. Well then, I suppose we'll get down to brass tacks, as they say, and Tali. I have a business proposal for the lot of you. I'm actually extending this offer to a couple of wandering groups, mercenaries, merchants, whoever seems worldly enough to be daring to adventure out along the trade roads of the lone continent. It is a simple proposal. Obviously, much was lost during the toll. Merchants and other travelers alike lost their lives tragically to those terrible things that go bump in the night. However, I feel like that has lost capital. So, if you all are willing, if you see yourselves traveling the roads of the lone continent, if you are able to procure anything that might have been lost during the toll, or anything that might be noteworthy that you feel would make a good penny, then I would be more than willing to buy it from you and resell it, of course, and in turn, you all would earn a fraction of the profits procured from your findings. You would receive official documentation, of course, as this is a continent-wide venture that I am proposing to several other major cities. So, do you have any questions to ask? I feel it is a rather simple business proposition. I would require signatures, of course. All of the things that I imagine sorts like yourself are not horribly interested in. After all, he gestures to Hujan, a soldier on his mission currently, appears to be a member of the Circle of Balance, if I'm correct in assuming. And
Yes.
whatever it is that you seek to do, Doctor, I imagine medicine, but you strike me as the one that has hobbies.
Hobbies, me.
But the choice is yours. It is merely a passive way for you to earn some income and for me to earn some good revenue and hopefully reputation throughout the lone continent, as Deadstone is mighty fine for its trade, but not many people are willing to venture all the way out to Necros of all places.
I'm practically jumping at the chance to leave, so...
Well then, as she turns around, realizes she doesn't have her bag on her. Oh, Forte, if you would not mind. One of the mercenaries looks to her, nods, passes her bag as he was carrying it for her. You get the sense that these guys were in for a quick buck and got more than they bargained for with the boss bitch of Deadstone. And she unravels a few pieces of parchment, a scroll. These are the terms of your conditions of employment. This is your documentation. Should you arrive at any markets, show them this. They will buy the wares from you, and then, or they will take the wares from you and leave your information where you are going, and I will ensure that all payment is sent to your party as a whole. You are free to divvy out the pay as you see fit amongst your members and ranks. This is also a good way for me to keep in touch with any of you that might have fallen on your travels, in case I need to adjust payments as necessary. Thanks.
So,
I'm at-
doing this,
Hmm?
does that mean we cannot sell things on our own?
You are more than welcome to sell things on your own, and as such, you are welcome to keep whatever you find that you feel valuable. But there is a lot of less than valuable or more common goods that I feel have gone to waste after the toll. So, this is more picking up scraps of what is left behind that is still in relatively good condition. And if you see fit to do business elsewhere, and if you think that you can get a better price for it yourselves, I will not deny you that opportunity. But then you also have to worry about haggling and other, frivolous things. Commerce is difficult at times like these, especially with tragedies such as the tolls.
Can I look close at this contract and see if there's anything that looks like a red flag?
Sure. Roll me an investigation check as you take the time to give a slow scroll.
I do
Roll
that.
me. Yeah, you do that. All right. Rolling your investigation. That is an 8. Looking through,
Wow,
it is
great.
very wordy. It seems very thorough at the very least. This is like, looking through it, nothing immediately seems to strike you as a red flag. This is a very basic sort of business proposition.
I love words. I'm going to be reading the whole thing.
Sure.
I would say at an 8, can I say I read like half of it, get bored, and just go, okay.
100%. Yeah. If you see fit to do that, then by all means. You're like, hey,
Just shrugs and signs it.
okay. Doctor, if you would like to double check for any red flags or anything,
Yes.
go ahead. Roll that investigation.
It was so close, but 11.
11.
It landed on a 14 and then rolled. I was so sad.
All right.
Usually pretty
Uh,
sad. Oh, sorry.
Regardless, the doctor is reading the entire thing, and I would assume that the investigation is looking for contradictions.
Yeah. For the most part, what you can tell, no contradictions. It is, again, a very thorough rundown of everything, and again, a fairly basic business proposition. Whatever you procure and whatever you pass off to members of specific vendors that are connected to Ophelia and the forum here in Deadstone, they will take those, mark it down, and around say every month you will receive a cut of what you have sold to Ophelia.
Not bad.
So, yeah, overall, no red flags. It is just business.
Nods. And slowly just signs. However, I will say the doctor's signature is literally just a drawing of a bird.
100% fair. She will take that in writing. It's like a very good signature. Uniqueness is important in business.
Of course.
All right. Any other inquiries from the party? I'll say Weaver. I will approach Weaver with it. Even if not all of you sign it, it's just whoever does sign it gets the cut. If you do not sign it, you do not get the business opportunity.
I'm gonna say with my 8 intelligence, Hazel looks at it, his eyes cross a little bit, and he just signs it.
Fair. I'll say Octavia. Again, I'll come to our players who are not here at the moment with that and ask them personally. But I'll say with that, she takes those that have signed, puts them away back in her bag, passes it off to her escort. And it's like, very well. Well, I do appreciate your business, and I look forward to hearing of your exploits and seeing what it is that you can bring me so that we may both profit. Otherwise, looks up as the sun has begun to set, you imagine, as the skies are dimming. Well, it is late. I am going to retire to my abode. I leave the rest of the meal to you all. I do have other business to attend to, so it was a pleasure to meet you all, Hazel, Octavia, and a pleasure to see and do business with the rest of you. I hope the roads bring you much fortune.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I almost forgot. As she turns, I will need my bag one more time if you do not mind. Groans, passes it back, thank you. And will pull out a scroll case and be like, this is a map of the trade roads of the lone continent. It will be easier for you to travel this way as to keep on the safer roads, for those of you who might not be as traveled, as well as detailed maps of every capital within each kingdom. The smaller cities and towns and settlements, I do not have a ton to go around at the moment, nor have I bothered to procure as many, but the capitals at the very least are easy to get a hold of. So, these are for you. Mm-hmm.
Just look over it really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Looking through. It's about accurate. I haven't made the proper trade map yet, even though I said I was going to. But I will get those
looking because are like trade routes and stuff routes that the army tends to follow as well?
Yes, you do take the trade routes more often than not, though you do have express routes that the military would take in emergency situations should forces need to be mobilized. But those are military secret.
Fair.
Never let them know your next move.
Look over it, or just seeming to nod, and we'll hand it to the doctor.
We'll also look over it. I know the doctor went some weird, crazy routes when they were traveling, so...
Yeah. For the time being, the Roll20 map with all those little brown lines is the rough trade routes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look over the doctor's shoulder at it, look alarmed for a second, and then just look away.
Okay.
Hujan will, however, kind of be like, before we leave, you want to keep track of us, in a sense, through this deal, knowing who is still alive and whatnot. Correct?
Yes, that would be part of what the paperwork I gave you is for. Which also someone marked down that you have Ophelia's, I don't know what to call it at this point. Ophelia's contract, we'll say. This is just the paperwork you show. Be like, hey, this is going to Necros.
Is there any particular reason you want to keep tabs on us?
Well, as you are technically under my employ with this contract, it is important to make sure I know where you are going and what you're doing. It is not a breach of privacy, I hope. It is merely for whenever you make a delivery to one of my compatriots in the other cities, it just logs where you were, at what time and date, and what all you gave. Purely when you make a transaction. Otherwise, you're free to go where you please.
How much information do you gather working here as a boss about this city and the things going on within Deadstone or potentially all of Necros?
Oh, well, Necros, I get a relatively good amount of information. Fitzitum has been a bit tight-lipped as of recently. Again, not much information has come in or out. All we know is that Many of the inhabitants were misplaced when the shattered necropolis rose once again to fulfill its original purpose. Otherwise, most of the other cities have been keen to keep communications open. Why do you ask? Is there something you would like to know?
I would like to know how much information you come across that may be a little more under the radar. Something someone might have to pay you to get.
Well, that information does come at quite a price. Trade secrets and all, usually reserved for the eyes and ears of my compatriots and or the higher ups of Necros. But
Oh, I would say that working under you makes us patriot.
you are
Helps in some of our
employees. But
payments. Provide me. Would certainly help give me incentive.
very fair. If it is information that you seek, Commander Hujan, then I am more than willing to oblige, though, depending on the information, it will come potentially at a cut of your cost when I pay you for your wares.
Information
Otherwise,
is the most valuable form of.
very true words. So, yes, I will keep an ear out for anything that might be of information, as if there is anything specific, do feel free to let me know before you leave, or get in touch with one of my couriers, one of the individuals that you would deliver the things, the wares to.
Keep that in mind.
As will I. Well, I really need to be going now. It has been lovely to speak with all of you. Come, gentlemen. Have a lovely evening. And she will bow, take her leave, and you guys are free to have the rest of the evening with quite the spread still at your disposal. Some hummuses, some pita breads, and other fine cured meats and the likes.
Yeah, Hujan.
Usually it all tastes off.
He's been doing everything he can not to throw up while eating so that he doesn't offend.
Yep. Being a little peckish, but otherwise.
Right, Everest.
What?
I have something that belongs to you. As he'll reach into his bag and pull out a secret cloak and kind of hand it and wait and see if she'll take it.
He's just looking at you. Why?
Why?
You made it very clear how you feel about me right now. Why?
Because I still see you as a valuable asset and member of my team. Even if the trust is a bit strained at the moment, it is less your fault and more the sycophant in you.
There's some choice words.
And if the... And I go to say the same word and just it's... If she is a problem, what do you do then?
She is a problem. Well, we all came to an agreement that we would. Fortunately, you as well. But in some instances, I would argue I would rather die by a friend's hand than in. At least I know my friend will make it quick.
See me as a friend.
I would say so. I would argue that I see pretty much everyone here as a friend, or at least an ally. They're pretty much the same thing. You don't have to take this
Oh.
cloak if you don't want to. But Agrisha knows the decision I made. And while I can't say he is expressly keen on the idea, he has told me that he trusts my judgment. You would still have to meet him.
You do know I'm not supposed to be here, right? I mean, that's fucking clear by this, and I like pull at the edge of the cloak.
It's kind of the point of lying. You're really supposed to be indulging in. We're meant to be there. It's a matter of what we do when we get there. I think you appreciate going against the norm, the law. This just gives you a better excuse to do so. A position. Power.
Power.
What?
Yeah, I was turning off the vacuum. And power.
Power. Whether you abuse it to the full extent or not is your decision. You know our mission. Kind of have to.
I take the cloak.
He'll just nod. Realize how cryptic that is to anyone listening to that conversation. Yeah, we abuse
Oh,
our
yeah.
power.
The doctor listening in, not saying a goddamn word, nodding as they leave.
Oh yeah. He totally did that in front of everyone. He doesn't care at this point. He trusts everyone in the group enough to be like, secrets make friends. Keep this a secret and we will be friends.
Very fair. Well then, with that, the day comes to an end. Your long travel to Deadstone met with friends, some business opportunities, and some respite, at least for one night before you head out on the road again. You'll get a long rest, wake up in the morning, as I believe there's a few more things that you have to do, Hujan.
Yeah, I gotta collect the spell book. What spells did she give me?
Let me double check, because I believe what we had settled on was a number of cantrips.
Yes. Couple can.
Oh,
2 or
shit.
3.
Alright.
Yeah, just to make it expedient. Let me see if I took note of those. I'm just double checking.
I think I gave her 200 gold. So like 2.
Yeah, so that's four cantrips.
Okay,
50
4.
gold for.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I did not write them down, but I can grab a couple just fairly useful cantrips for the time being.
My
Ones that war mages would likely have in their arsenal.
Yeah. My thought was, at the very least, Firebolt.
Yeah,
Prestidigitation, since that's like a practice spell. And then, like, 2 utility spells if possible. Granted, I gave her free reign, but
yeah,
whatever she
I'll say.
Was it 4 spells? I feel like that was more than I thought. I feel like it was 3.
Well, what I remember
Well,
is
you're
that
getting a buy
at a-
3 get 1 free. Just deal with it.
Okay,
Yeah. no, because you spent 200 gold, yeah.
I think so. I
At a
might have to
base
double
level,
check.
to transcribe a cantrip,
Right.
it is 50 gold per spell level, 50 being a cantrip's level, and then a number of hours based on that. To get it within an evening, I think it was like 4 hours to transcribe it per spell level. So to get it rushed overnight, which you were essentially asking your war mage to do, was just her taking everything, scribbling it down, using the materials, the gold you gave her to give her the materials. So yes, the spells that would be in there are Firebolt. We'll say Prestidigitation, as it is a good practice spell. Mage Hand, and again, as a war mage, I believe she would also, just in case, carry. Where is it? Which one am I thinking of? It's one of the you use a weapon attack and it goes boom or something like that.
I can look at the spells that Leon had,
Double checking.
as he is the
Alright.
only fucking...
It's the boom, a booming blade, literally
Booming
fucking booming blade. Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go.
All right, he'll...
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome, Commander. Yeah.
Get some
I'm going
rest.
to go rest now. Yes.
That is in order. Yeah, he'll take that and then make his way through the rest of the group again. Well, I mean, Everest would have a spot in the bunkhouse if wanted.
Yeah.
He will find Everest.
Yeah. She'll take the spot.
Cool. He'll then go into the bunkhouse, fucking open the door, just and then step in, find Everest, and then wake her up if she isn't already awake.
Mhm.
Get up! We have to go.
Alright, we have to go. Where are we going?
We're leaving Deadstone and fucking Necros, finally. But I have this for you, as he will hand back the spell. But you weren't here last session, were you?
No, I was not.
I took your spellbook last session.
That's fine.
I'm giving it back to you with 4 spells in it. But he will hand it and say, now I've provided you a spellbook and 4 spells.
Oh god.
Enjoy.
There is like a gleeful inner feeling, I'm sure.
You look at the spells, and it starts out quite gleeful, yeah. But then as you look through them, the glee turns to sour disappointment.
Boring.
Oh,
Not fair. Yes.
is that being said to Hujan in his head?
Nope, that's
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it is.
Well, I would love to give you more exciting spells, but I think I made it very clear that we don't trust you all that much right now. Be grateful you got even that many, rather than just 1.
I'm grateful.
Good, because I spent a lot of money on this. If you want more spells, you're going to have to start doing the work yourself.
I'll say she does take note that she does have a few spells that she
Mhm.
remembers, but they're of a much higher level. and it would take the necessary cost and requirements to inscribe them.
Yep. That's an Everest head.
Just as a note for you, Wynter, she's like, to get to some of those spells, her current max spell level that she can cast is 6th. So, but that is for her. So the equivalent cost, she's like, well, if you want the really good stuff, this is what we're going to have to do. Either way. All right. Anyone else doing anything real quick before you set out on the road?
No, I'm good.
If I have, which I think I have money, I'm going to get us some more ingredients if there's anything, because obviously necros and bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, luckily, necros, Deadstone, trading with folks not in necros, so you're able to find some good stuff. I'd say for decent market price, you can pay about let's see, hold on, I have my expenses and whatnot pulled up for good stuff. For meals, for a good meal, a single good meal costs 6 silver or 5 silver. So, however
How much
much
silver
you want
do I have?
You currently have 25 silver.
Okay, I'll get 4, like stuff for 4 good meals.
Okay. So that will be 20 of your silver gone. So there you go. I have done that. Let me add 5 meals worth of ingredients to your inventorium.
Thank you.
I'm going to misspell the shit out of this, but that's fine. Okay. I think you'll get it. Phonetic spelling always worthwhile. Also, I'll go ahead and take you a long rest because I don't think you've had the chance to. I don't know why you were damaged, but you were.
It's Everest. Who knows?
It's Everest, yeah.
Ow.
Ow. Either way, with that done now, it is a little later than I anticipated, but I do love a good bit of RP. Let's go ahead and get you guys on the road. Sorry, Mystic, you're not here, but Weaver's getting replaced as the travel token. So, everybody, roll me a d20. Whoever rolls highest gets to be the travel token. I'll roll for you, Everest. Cross your
Got
fingers.
it.
No.
6.
Me too,
okay.
bestie. 6.
What did it not? Oh, I did not roll. There we go. Rolling for natural 20. Everest gets to be the travel token. All right, yeah, we go. So goodbye.
It's because I bought snacks. I bought road snacks. I'm the driver now.
Shows up late to every party, but always has food, so people don't care that you're late.
Exactly.
Snack captain.
Did I not grab?
I know my audience.
Snack captain.
Know that there's an Everest token in here somewhere. How do I not have an Everest token? Where is she?
That means
Where
you
is
can't be the token if they don't have your token.
Really? No, I refuse to believe it. Do I seriously not? No.
Huh?
Oh, okay. I think I know what happened. Roll20 did that update thing. Now all the things I had for tokens are gone. No. Hold on. I can't. Everest has to be in here somewhere.
Journal.
I mean, if not, has Everest.
It should be under journal.
Yeah, no, I'm under the journal, but I don't see anything. Oh, it was collapsed. The menu was collapsed. Anyway, we'll make it back to the world map real quick now that I've found Everest. Scoot. All right. Pop. With that, you all gird up your loins. I will say, oh, wait, that is a fair point. Do you guys want to hoof it on foot, or do you feel like you would want to buy a cart? Because y'all's previous travel, 2 days was 2 days a square by cart. I think it would likely be longer if you were on foot. I can find the cost for a cart real quick.
I think
Oh,
that
I
will
need to-
determine a lot.
I need to get
Yes.
Osgood and Lazak.
Oh, yes.
I filled out a thing
Yeah,
where
that's
got them
I
to
forgot
Grab
to ask.
mantle.
Yep. Yep, you grab mantle. He's like, hi again, everyone. It's, good to see you.
Yes, it
Again.
is.
I've missed you the most, Hujan.
I've
Anyway.
no doubt about it.
Osgood and Lazak, ready, greet everyone, greet the new friends. So, for those who have not been traveling with the party, you now have a wood elf, once cleric, now commoner, as well as 2 Goliath warriors standing beside Hujan.
I just realized
Double-
what accent Hujan has. And it makes
Mhm.
me so upset.
What is it?
He's fucking
This-
grew. Balls.
Goyles.
Gorals.
Gorals.
Stay out of the basement, Goyles.
Stay out of the
Do not
basement,
listen to it.
girls. Stay the fuck out of Necro's girls.
Yeah.
Necro's
Okay.
fucking sucks.
So you can buy a cart. I'll say there are certain services, charters that are willing. Actually, if you go through Ophelia, she would even be willing to discount it. It would be a gold a day as long as you return the cart to one of her vendors and make the payment next time you are logging for work, essentially.
A gold
So-
a day.
A gold a day. So that's 2 gold a square of travel. To your next location, it is 9 days of travel. So it'd be 9 gold.
Do we have that?
Mm-hmm.
I believe most of you do, yeah.
I'm currently sitting at a lovely 647 gold.
I don't know what I have.
I will check for you in a moment.
I know that
Also,
Mystic has this written down somewhere, but you told us to write down how much travel time walking was, and I could have swore it was 2 days per.
It's 2 days per square for a carton, which you would be having. Per square on the map on Roll20. Everest currently has 20 gold.
Everest did spend a lot of gold, if I remember correctly. I don't know though. I spent a lot of gold. I
Mhm.
only have 190.
I don't spend anything and just accumulate things. The doctor is weird like that.
So, again, I'll ask: cart, faster travel, less chances on the encounter table.
Cart. I vote
I mean,
cart.
if we're getting a discount through Ophelia, then we might as fucking well.
Yeah, you are under her employ. She's just making a profit off of her employees at this point, which aren't they all? So, all right. So you guys will purchase a cart. I will try to help keep track of the money, but for the most part, for your route, at least to Grimbath, 9 days of travel to get there, and we will begin as you guys set out on your first day of travel. Now comes the fun part. Who wants to roll on the encounter table?
Fuck it, I'll do it.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d10.
8.
I expect big things from you.
8.
Okay, very fair. Let me get some different music because we've been kind of just hanging with this for a while, which I don't mind, but this is a good place to start. All right, Toby.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Our session 0 got interrupted so many times by having to tell Toby to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It happens.
I'm kind of glad that all the music bots we
Didn't
get, we
know
kind
that.
of just call Toby.
Okay, and now I just gotta skip. Okay, apparently it's just not doing that now. Thanks. I love.
Good job, Toby.
I just don't know how to use it. All right.
Hold on. Let me see what you did.
Yeah, double check, make sure I'm not gonna fuck it up again.
I can't see
Stop.
what you did.
Oh, do you not have access to the channel? That's
No, I
fair.
have access to the channel. It's because it deleted itself because you skipped it.
Oh, right. No, yeah, I ended the loop and then I hit skip because I thought I had a song queued, but I didn't, I guess.
The /play.
Yeah, /play. Here we go. That's good. That's a good one. Okay. So, now, as you guys set off, I'll say onto your second day of travel. First day, fine. Goes about as well as you can expect. It's dull and gray as you start to head back out into the Iman Plains on the eastern side of Necros, sort of following the border of Necros and Tali as you begin to make your way down. Second day of travel, dusk begins to set, and you all need to start looking for a place to camp. If all of you would so kindly, please roll me perception checks.
Oh my
18.
god. 10.
Perception.
Oh yes, I will roll for perception. 12.
Perceive.
Passive.
Oh, that was almost a natural one. 18 for Everest.
Yay,
Hey.
18 buddies.
18 more.
Yay!
Uh,
I rolled a
Dr.
12.
Everest. 12, yes. Octavia will say, and Weaver, as they're currently just sort of like, I guess, playing cards or something in the back of the cart. Also, yeah, good point. Who would be driving?
I will.
All right. Makes sense. So, Everest, as you are currently driving the cart, moving along, you look to the side of the road. It's fairly open. There's not a lot of shelter currently in these plains. The trees are few and far between, and most of them are fairly shrubby and small and dead looking. But you do begin to notice tall grass in the distance. That could be fair enough, gives you some cover from the wind at night. Doctor, you helping to sort of keep an eye out, the two of you notice that within the grass, there are certain things that are not flowing with the wind quite right. Just a dozen or so stalks of some plant or something that just sort of stick straight up, but do not move, still, even. And as you get closer, sort of pulling off to the side as if you were to make camp, you all begin to notice arms. Skeletal hands and arms, just half buried, reaching up to the heavens. Frozen in time, it seems.
You know, we've seen weirder.
Nothing says safety like skeletal arms.
No, they're really good as blunt weapons.
True.
I like the way you think.
You sort of look out, and all throughout this field, you see the occasional skeletal arm, and eventually, you catch one of them. Twitch. Another one just sporadically.
Well,
What do
hopefully
you
this is just a side effect from the
think?
toll and not something we have to worry about. If it is something we have to worry about, though. I'm going to go get a closer look at one of them.
Okay.
Moving closer, it seems like okay.
This is the doctor.
Fair.
Any chance to study something, they will.
Yeah. Doctor, you hop off the cart, make your way to one of these skeletal arms. Doesn't seem to have any particular thing on it. Nothing of note, no clothing, no jewelry, just bone connected by dry sinew and tissue. What little there is on this hand. Watch it for a moment. And it
I'm
If you
going
would
to
like.
take a blade of grass and place it in the palm area to see if anything happens.
You
Like
sort
bear
of set
trap
it.
mechanics.
Yeah. You take it, set it in the palm, expect it to close around it and drag it beneath, but it just sort of sits there. Eventually, the thumb twitches and the grass falls out.
That's just boring.
Eldritch Blast!
Good beefiness. Try. Okay.
What?
What'd you say, Winter?
I'm just gonna say I started to say could be, and then he Eldritch Blast it because I think that's funnier.
Oh, do you Eldritch blast an arm?
No, not with
Okay,
Doctor
fair.
standing right next to it, because if something happens and they get fucked up.
Fair enough. But yeah, you just continue to
Okay,
study
so
it.
I should finish what I was saying then.
Yeah.
Could be Venus fly trap mechanic, where it does not close unless something is alive.
Well, I can't test that. Gets up, starts walking away.
I'd rather not experiment with things in Necros. We've been here long enough, and I don't need any more reason to hate it.
There's always ample reason to hate it, Hujan.
There is ample reason, and I already fucking hate it enough.
In the back of the cart, not in the back, I'd say they were walking alongside. You hear Osgood and Lazak whispering to one another. Come on. Jake, go ahead and rock, paper, scissors with me real quick. You're Osgood, I'm Lazak.
On shoot,
no!
like rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, rock, paper,
Alright.
scissors, shoot. Yeah.
Rock,
Ready?
paper, scissors, shoot.
Lazak sort of. Fine. It's better to be safe, of course. As he is going to draw his long sword,
You can just
go up to one of the
out and
hands.
watching them,
Yeah,
not saying a word.
he's gonna tap it with his sword first.
I'm just
His hand-
giving Hujan a look. That's like these are the fucking people.
They get bored easily. They've
be
not
fair,
seen any real action for a while.
As
Yeah.
soon as they pass the doctor will turn around and start to study again. Like, whoop.
Yep.
Experimentation. I like it. Yes.
Yeah.
Eugen's hand is ready
Well-
to shoot an Eldritch Blaster too. He's just watching.
Yeah. Lazak's gonna take his sword, poke the hand, just sort of leans to the side. He'll look back. You can tell there's a little bit of sweat on his brow. He's like,
You wanted some
As he-
Don't
excitement,
be a
right?
coward.
as he's gonna dap up this dead hand as it and then it falls over at what you imagine is just the elbow joint. He's like,
Well, that was boring. I shoot an Eldritch Blast at another one.
it scatters.
A little more fun.
Right.
How we
I-
drive on.
I mean, we can. I don't know if these are going to be harmful, but they don't seem particularly interested in whether it's alive or dead. That he's just, I don't know.
Make
Looks
the
to you,
choice. I
Doctor.
don't carry it away.
Hujan's gonna get out now and summon his great sword, and then kind of grip it by the blade and carefully rest the handle in the palm of the skeleton to see if it'll grab it.
You do. Just sort of, fingers sort of loosely curl around it, but it falls out as soon as you let go.
I'm gonna grab the arm and pull it.
And it's just an elbow, maybe a little bit of fractured forearm, femur, whatever. No, femur's a leg. Whatever that bone called.
Shoulder?
No, not a shoulder. It's like it gets cut off like right here, halfway to the bicep.
Forearm?
It's like shattered. Yeah.
He'll
the
kind of
forearm.
toss it and grab it kind of by where it broke before he just
Yeah.
looks over it.
It
great
starts to
sword.
fall apart a little.
It's falling apart.
Yeah, it just kind of.
Greatsword disappears before he just walks up to the doctor and hands her the arm. Your blunt weapon, and gets back in the cart.
Hold on. Do I let the intrusive thought win?
Yes.
Yes.
Since you said it's falling apart, I want to break it on Hujan's ass.
I'd say what's the AC of Hujan's ass, but he's wearing plate armor, so.
AC of Hujan's ass is higher than the rest of his body.
Yeah.
I don't want to cause damage, I just want to break the arm that's
Yeah.
already disintegrated on Hujan's ass.
Yeah, Hujan, you feel and the scattering across your. The doctor made sure to get extra care to get under the tail, so. Cheeks clapped, boy.
Cheeks clapped, boy.
Jeez,
You just-
clap. He pauses for a second.
Aska and Lazak are like,
Before, in his head, he's just like, what did I expect giving that to the doctor? And then we'll get back in the cart.
okay. I'll say, unless you'll choose to, you can move past the field of arms and find respite and camp for the night. And you guys are free to continue on to the next 2 days of travel.
Jeez,
Who wants to
wow.
roll next?
I would like to roll.
Okay, I think I heard Kenz say, so Kenz, go ahead and roll me that D10. The one.
Oh no.
Good.
As you guys continue to travel throughout the next 2 days, nothing happens. It's all clear. Sunshine and rainbows, as much as you can get, Necros. You rolled an all clear, so
Let's
progress.
go.
You progress as needed.
Ken's
So
rolled a
on
1
to
on
your
his D10. That means he fails, and I have to immediately roll on the pin chart.
no.
That's really bad. That's really bad.
It's always really
That's a-
bad.
It's a good thing we're not an Attack on Titan.
Your
Yeah.
arm's bitten off. -3
No!
to attack and -5 to maneuver.
No!
No,
Fuck.
not
Yeah, I
my
rolled a
arm.
2.
I need that.
Fair enough.
Oh no, I need that.
Anyways,
Shucks.
as you guys
Darn.
progress through and nothing happens, unless there's any, you guys are free to have a sweet bit of role play for those 2 days if you'd like. I don't want to deprive you of anything in particular, but if you're just traveling, you are free to just travel. Scooch
I want
along.
to spar with my brethren of the army.
Okay. You take some time to spar. I'll say Osgood and Lazak are more than happy to get in on it too, because God, they're bored. It's like we've literally marched for months to get to Deadstone, only to do nothing. And then now we're just marching again. Please, as you are more than free to spar with the 2 of them, I'll say,
Oh, Hujan will join in.
unless, yeah, Hujan, you free to join in. That I'll say as they go along, Lazak will be like, Everest, so we don't really know much about you, and you are new to our troop. Where do you hail from specifically?
That's really none of your business, is it?
Okay, fair enough. I mean, the accent gives me an idea, but I've never met anyone from there, so I cannot
There's
say
a
for
reason you've never met anyone from wherever you think.
sure. Okay,
So maybe just don't think about it.
all right.
You
Pleasant
see why our
conversationalist.
outros
Yeah, no.
When you say it like that, you make me sound like a bitch, Hujan.
You
It's
wouldn't
because you
be
are a bitch.
Lazak just like, where?
Everyone in this squad has their qualities. We all share a little bit of bitch. Kind of have to be.
I'll say, Mantle leans over to you, Hazel. I don't think that applies to you. You're honestly one of the more, like, pleasant people I've been around in a while.
Hey, commoner, don't talk to the Death Keeper.
And then I'm gonna look. Did we hear him at all?
He was making sure to whisper it. He did not
that
want to
was-
incur wrath,
that
but
was
yeah.
just me being a dick.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the conversation, just saw that he was close to Hazel.
Yeah.
It's
Fair.
fine.
Yeah,
You could talk to me, it's fine.
it's again, you're pleasant to be around.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm also glad you're here because I can't keep anyone safe anymore. I can't heal.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's no good.
No, I'm still working through it.
Well, if you need to talk,
Yeah, I think I'll maybe.
I'm happy to help.
I appreciate the thought.
Right.
You're a good sort. You're definitely not from Necros.
No.
Where are
I'm
you
a
from?
gnome.
If I can ask.
I'm a
gnome.
I'm not a gnome, but I should be a gnome. I'm
But
from
hello.
Underhill.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me more broad than that. I haven't gotten out of Necros
Kenz.
in a long time. Kenz.
Or Ozero. Is it Ozero or Tens? It's on the
Ozero.
map. Yeah,
Ozero's-
sorry.
Yeah.
It's a little twicky on the map.
Yeah. The borders are a little.
The board's a little funny. Ozero.
Ozero. Sounds like a nice place. I've always heard it's relatively peaceful.
It's very pleasant.
Got a
Lots
big
of
old
green.
lake.
Yes, big lake. Lots of trees and natural greenery.
God, that sounds nice.
It is.
Maybe I'll make my way there once well, if you guys are heading that way, maybe I'll tag along. But if not, I'm
We
just
are
gonna.
headed that way, yes.
Well, that's a hell of a way to go. But if you'll have me, maybe I'll follow you all along that way.
You seem very nice. I see no problem with it.
Uh, uh, and I appreciate it. How did you get wound up with this lot? Looks around.
A god king.
When he says that,
Hmm.
Razak,
Yes,
I have a proposal for you.
shoot.
You want to know about me?
Mm.
You
No, it's
win, I tell you one thing. You lose, you give me something.
Oh no.
deal.
We're gonna
Rollsies.
gamble.
All right. What would you like to roll? Are these just like for training? I'll say it'd be a strength v strength.
All right.
So let me roll you a strength check real quick. You rolled a 10.
Can I roll his?
Sure, I gotta find his stats again real quick. I was looking at spells and lost all my stat blocks, so
It fell off the
yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. I believe it's a +4 to his strength.
That's a 13.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, you are outdone in this match of relatively even strength, as he manages to knock your sword, your axe, out of your hand and put you at the point of the longsword. I win.
You really want to know that's bad, huh?
I've got nothing else. Besides, it helps to build trust, and from what I hear, you're really hard to get trust out of. So just consider it a concerted effort.
I'm gonna lean really close. That way my mouth's right next to his ear.
Mm.
Ask.
What'd you say?
Ask. Ask what you want, essentially.
Oh, it was like, I'll stick with it. Actually, make it more specific. What town are you from?
Mm-hmm. I want to whisper it in his ear,
Mm-hmm.
and then follow it up by, and if you tell anyone, I kill you in your sleep.
Okay. Again, with that trust.
You learned this, no one else.
Reasonably so. You
If
hear
they
that,
win this, they will
Oscar?
earn it themselves. Yep.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
earned this.
Yeah. It's like, don't go poking, or I get to punch you in the face. What's
That's
new?
right.
So, it's like, interesting. All right, then. Good to know. Well, trust goes two
You talk of
ways.
trust. Yep.
Yeah, he's like, trust goes two ways. And he'll lean in. Not that it's a big surprise, but I'm kind of from the city of Krieg.
Just kind of like
Yeah. He gives you a shit-eating grin, and you all continue trading for the day. But with that, on to that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you are just on the outskirts of the city of the town of Grimbath, currently finding yourself in a more hilly terrain. It's gone from desolate, flat wastelands to some slight elevation changes. Not crazy, but they're long, sloping hills. As who wants to be the one to roll the next one?
I will.
Okie day. Roll me that D10, Bubby.
1.
Roll again.
damn.
We don't do doubles here, boy. I made a whole goddamn encounter table. I want more than
9.
nothing. 9!
It was almost a 1
Was
again.
9.
Jake, look at memes.
I hate it, but thank you, Kenz. Thank you.
I've been working on that for too long. It's fine.
So good.
Fuck me, dude.
That has to be in the next thumbnail, please.
Oh, I'll put it in the thumbnail for the
Yeah. All right.
girls.
All right.
Fucking
I'm not gonna
Uh,
see it until the thumbnail comes out. Damn it!
It's in
Yeah.
memes. You just gotta
It's
look
in
on
memes.
Discord.
Go to Discord. Yeah.
I'm vacuuming.
You can
Okay.
stop for a second to look at your phone.
No,
Look
I
at it
can't.
later. You can always come back after session. Anyway, as you guys start settling in, I'll say this on your 6th night, a little earlier into this block of travel. You guys are on the road again, and I would ask that everyone once again roll me perception check.
What's up, son?
What's up, son?
Fuck my
Everest.
life, dude!
Dude. No, dude.
This game and the last one is Geary. When was the last time I rolled higher than like a 10?
Well,
Wow.
sounds
Stealing
like
all of your shit, man.
Well,
I need to
Uh,
put
Every
dice
Skyrim
log.
you did live in it again, yeah. Well, Everest rolled a nat 20, so
haha.
Everest,
Wicked.
damn, you're rolling hot today, Wynter. Sorry. Once again, Everest, Doctor, the two of you seem to notice this first. Everest, you get
I'm
first.
assuming once again I'm driving. Yeah.
Yeah, once again, sort of driving. You
If I can
notice.
request,
Okay.
the doctor's sitting up there with Everest, just talking shit.
Yeah, 100%. You guys are shooting the shit, having a good time. As you are, though, Everest, you notice what appears to be a small patch of mud, maybe some ash, just a darker patch, just in the middle of the road, and in
I'm
the
gonna
center of it.
slow the thing.
Yeah, you slow the horses sort of come to a stop. You look into this patch in the road. It's not a large patch by any means, no more than like 2.5 feet in diameter. Just this darkened pool of mud, and you see something within it. A small humanoid shape, no bigger than the size of your hand, as you see what appears to be a small, worn doll left in the mud here.
Mm. I don't like that.
I grab it.
Of course you do.
Doctor, you immediately seize the opportunity to satiate your curiosity and go pick up this small, almost straw doll, it looks like, that has these tattered, what would be clothing, a burlap dress, maybe. Two little buttons for eyes, no mouth, no other defining features, just a very plain straw doll.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Is the head easily detachable?
It is all like one sewn, woven piece. So if you want to, you can easily tear the head off the doll, I'll say.
Yes.
Okay. Everest, you watch as the doctor takes it, looks it over, tears the head off the doll.
I will take the excess, like, weave or thread,
Mhm.
procure from my bag the weird metal rodent skull that I have, and put it on there.
I forgot you had that. I'm so glad.
I hate everything.
As you take this head, toss it to the side, and do your best, you sort of hop back on the cart and begin your work as you start to carve your masterpiece, your Chumi.
I'm just looking over from my spot next to them. Why? Actual why?
Well, might scare children.
Probably would have done that beforehand. You hear you hear Mantle speak up, but I'm glad you made a friend.
I make friends everywhere I go, Manton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just might not be friends with me, but I'm friends with them. That's how we started, right?
Yeah. Pretty accurate. Takes a sip of his water as he's not been drinking for the past several days. Making a concerted effort to be like, guys, I swear it was just a phase. I don't have a problem
Yeah,
anymore.
okay.
Maybe. God, I'd kill for some whiskey. Anyway.
Do you know what helps with that kind of problem?
Mm.
And I'm gonna like climb out of the cart since it's still stopped, pick him up and put him in the front and put the reins in his hand. Idle hands are devil plaything. Make your hands busy. And then I'm gonna sit next to Lazak and shoot the shit with him.
Oh yeah. Now, he's in the front, sort of looking at the reins. I really don't do this kind of thing.
And
Yeah. The horses don't move. I'll roll an animal handling check for Mantle. He's got a decent wisdom still.
Come on, you need to be more forceful than that.
Right. More forceful. Okay. Move it! As he does this, and the horses rear up and kick the cart. He rolled a natural one. As he's like, oh shit! As something breaks and buckles, and the horses start just like freaking out. He's like, I didn't.
Hujan is just staring glaring.
It's like,
Too forceful, Mantle. Too forceful.
Shit. He's gonna like passes the reins to you, Doctor. It's like I've already screwed up enough for the day. I'm done. He's going back into the cart.
the second he tries to go in the cart, I'm just gonna like get up and put myself in the doorway.
Come on, Everest, please don't do this. Right?
You gave up after one fuck up.
2 fuck ups.
Fine. 3 fuck ups. Fuck up at least 5 more times, then I'll let you give up.
I think he fucked up the day he was born. Hujan's just walking still.
Trying to calm the horses.
Yeah, let's say eventually they calm down. It's like, eventually he gets the cart going, sort of nervously, steadily. You hear the clanking of wood on wood as whatever broke in the carriage is still broken, but is not impeding your movement much at all at the moment.
I'm just gonna look at Hazil and like whoever else is in the cart. Any of you know how to fix that?
Maybe.
We could
Is it-
probably fix it.
Under the cart? Like, can we determine where this break is?
Yeah, getting a look at it, it looks like the axle, or part of what holds the axle to the cart itself, has been clipped.
Is it no larger than a foot in any dimension?
I'd say,
Ooh.
yeah, no, it's not that bad.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl under the cart and mending.
Yeah.
Yay!
As you sort of go under there, begin using your druidic magics to cast mending, slowly but surely fixing up the damaged axle, and be like, "Thank you."
All right, everybody
not
makes mistakes when they
people can
learn
fix
things.
this.
Uh,
2 phones of people.
yeah, hear
Yes,
that,
but,
Hujan? Learning things. Being born isn't a thing you learn.
It's a thing you suffer with.
Hujan just fucking
Thanks, Doctor.
turns to look at Mantle and he's like, would you like to learn what an Eldritch Blast feels like?
Can't be any worse than having your shoulder dislocated.
That's not
by a
very nice, Hujan.
poltergeist.
We shouldn't do that. It might break the cart again.
Yes, the more important thing will be injured if I hurt him, huh? Fair. And just keeps walking.
Dr. Mantle turns to you while you're still finishing up your rodent doll, and it's like, no offense to you, but I'm fine with you leaving me in Hana Village whenever we get there. All right?
You can go
was,
wherever you want.
yeah, I think you travel with interesting company. Anyway, eventually,
Just kicking a man while he's down, dude.
yeah, really, he's trying his hardest
Trying to
not to be
teach the
depressed.
man basic life skills.
Yeah,
He's kind of just
Don't
testing.
give up, buddy.
Yeah, he's fucking in the military. If you can't take the shit, you're out. So he's just putting it on hard to see if he can handle it, and hoping he'll get stronger from it.
Okay, but eventually, night comes and you take your long rest. I get to do a quick roll, real quick.
At camp, actually.
Oh yeah,
Can I do something?
sure. Go ahead.
As we're setting up the camp, what is Mantle doing as we're setting up camp?
I will say he is at the moment, probably like reading one of the doctor's books, trying to get more basic information on medicine.
Okay. Hujan's gonna start walking up to him before dropping a glaive at his feet. You have plenty
Yes,
of time
Hujan.
to read on the road.
You want me to pick up a glaive and
Summon my greatsword.
spar with you? Yeah, that sounds about right. Closes the book. You realize that thing probably weighs about as much as I do.
Doesn't mean you don't have the ability to wield it.
Fair enough.
Does he still have, like, his armor and stuff?
He didn't have armor. He had his robes because he's not a battle cleric. He was a domestic cleric. He worked with the people in towns and whatnot.
He's an inside cat.
Yeah, 100%. I also
He'll-
realized that something else.
Noting that, then he'll pause for a moment before he's just like, We'll turn and look at the others. Is there anyone that has a longsword?
As good
I
as
might,
both have long
actually.
swords. Yeah,
I have a scimitar.
Scimitar. Is that strength?
he'd probably
based?
be.
Or
No,
dex?
scimitar can be dex.
Okay.
If you're looking for like a potential finesse weapon, yeah.
I'm
It's
looking
finesse, yeah.
for a one-handed weapon that I think he could wield. Because I don't know if he's better at strength or dex, so Hujan's just guessing at this point. Longsword just seems to be the best idea in his mind.
Nah.
So
Like I don't wield anything really other than staffs. I have my staff still. I can use that if you're looking for something I actually know how to kind of use.
he'll pick up the glaive and look over it. Or he's just like, just picture this as a longer staff then. Hand it to him
Sure.
this time.
Okay.
If you are still uncomfortable with that after a couple days, try something else. He'll kind of take a step back and be like, familiarize yourself. I'm not going to just throw you into the...
Right. Sort of takes it, moves it around in his hands, gets a feel for the weight. Sharp end at the thing I want to hurt, yeah. As he sort of takes it, braces it under his arm. This is a little heavy for him. He's not well versed in heavy weapons.
He'll just kind of look as he's ready, look at his stance, walk up to him, kick at his feet to like adjust it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There. I'll go a little easy on you. I promise I won't hurt you very much.
Right.
and I'll spar with him and try to at least give him some form of confidence. Since I've been tearing him down all day.
Fair. Yeah, you go through the rest of the evening sparring with him. He winds up exhausted. He's like, I'm done. I'm sorry, Hujan. I appreciate
How
the
long did we
lesson.
train for?
You probably, I'd say, pushed him about to an hour, 2 hours or so. It's
Okay.
well and dark as the fire is starting to slowly burn down. He's like,
If he held out for that long, Hujan's impressed.
mm-hmm.
Get your rest then.
All right. Good night, everyone. Oh, wait, I can't do that because.
Bye.
Okay. Yeah. So let me just again. I keep like rolling dice. I'm like, no, that's the wrong size dice. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Nothing's changed. As you all go to sleep for that night, you wake up in the morning. Doctor the Doll is no longer in your inventory.
No. Okay.
You wake up. Hazel, as you wake up, you sort of turn, roll over in your bag, and see this metal rodent skull staring at you.
Hmm. Doctor. Yeah.
That means nothing to me.
It's in my bag.
What is?
Your friend.
Mantle's in your bag.
Your little rodent thing.
Mandel's dead asleep still.
Wanders over.
See the doll with the head attached. Actually,
I think
you
it's
see the
chosen
doll, head attached, holding its old head.
Oh. It chose you.
What do you mean it chose me?
It chose you.
I don't know if I like that, actually. You can have it.
Well, if it doesn't choose me, then I don't think I can.
I don't know if it's that deep.
But it did bring
Perfectly.
its head back. Kind of picks it up, holds it very gingerly. Suppose I can replace that head for you. I thought it would look better, though.
No, it's
Maybe
fine.
I can make it a hat. Would you like a
Oh.
hat instead?
Start talking to the doll as it's just there, holding the head. Soulless sockets staring back at you. A face of pure love, Doctor.
In the morning, then I will work on mending the doll back together with the rodent skull not attached to it, and then just plopping it on its head like a fucking hat.
Cool.
Or much like my own mask.
I'll say, as long as you are keeping the doll, every day it chooses a different member of the party to tag along with. So if it ever comes up and y'all want to know where the doll is, we'll roll for whose inventory it's in.
Terrifying.
But for now,
I love it.
Or not Hujan, Hazel, it has chosen you.
Okay.
You have the doll.
I will keep the doll safe.
All right. I'll say, as you guys continue on, one last stretch, you can see Grimbath in the distance in this last day of travel, because I find it funny and I think it will be interesting. Who wants to roll? It's between Wynter and Kenz, I believe. I haven't rolled
Kenz
yet.
rolled.
Or
I
no,
rolled.
Kenz
You
rolled.
rolled the first
Wynter.
one, and then I rolled.
That's right. Yeah, you rolled the one. So, Wynter, would you like me to roll?
I
for
roll
you?
with my magic rolling powers.
Okay, let me roll that d10 for you. Actually, technically, I could roll
Grab
a d8
one of
at
the
this
students
point.
out of the hall and roll them.
Yeah, that's
And
another
say,
one.
quick, 1,
No,
2, 6,
There's no
and
one
throw 'em on
here.
the floor.
something else. 8. Didn't we? Okay.
We did 8.
We did 8.
Well, we did 8, but it's like, oh, well, shit. Sorry, I'm narrowing it down. I chose a D8 for the other thing. Where are my notes? Sorry. So rolled a 1, which would technically be a 2 at this point. Okay, cool. As you guys are traveling along the road, just in the distance, sort of earlier in the morning, you can just make out the edges of Grimbath, this familiar town to you, doctors. This is where you traveled from before heading to Deadstone.
Mm-hmm.
You and Mantle sort of look on and be like, well, I'm amazed to say I'm actually happy to see this place again.
It's rather nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't think I would. You know, given the toll.
I mean,
Here we are.
it is the least Necrosian city.
Very true. Very true. I guess proximity to Bodir has an effect on that. Who's that? As he points, and you guys see this old, hunched figure sort of sitting on the side of the road, currently what appears to be smoking a pipe. Seems to just wave y'all down as is sort of sat what appears to be on a rock. Hey!
Take care of this, Oscar Lazak. Hujan leads them in front of the cart, kind of towards this individual.
What sits before you is an old hobgoblin man, graying sort of mutton chops and a full-fledged mustache that almost reaches over the upper lip, giving them that Aaron Hansen look, you know? You see some dark-tinted, sort of goggle-like glasses or shades on him, wearing rough, beat-up leathers and an old trench coat, or almost like a duster, as well as an old, for lack of a better term, cowboy hat on, as he smokes a pipe. Hi. Glad y'all didn't just walk on by. Most people have tended to do that thus far. Seekers?
Yes.
Y'all escorting that wagon there?
Yes, you seem interested in it.
Little bit. I was curious if I could hitch a ride. Are y'all stopping in Grimbath? I know it's like right there. I'm just waving you down to see where you're headed.
Stopping in Grimbath for the time, yes. Where are you going?
Wherever the wind takes me, I guess. I'm headed from Tali. Tried to make a cut through Necros myself, and so I wound up stranded after the toll and all that.
Can you fight?
Knocks his pipe, puts it away. As he reaches into his old duster, puts it away, you see this man is lined with daggers. He's just like, I can use these pretty damn well.
He just looks at it for a sec, glances up at the brothers. Just kind of see what their faces are as this fucking old-ass hobgoblin shows them a coat full of knives. It's like...
They sort
Leans
of
over to, I think, Mantle, who's still beside me. I like this one.
Yeah. He reeks of Tali.
Suddenly they try to stab you in your sleep type, but I like that in somebody.
Yeah. The brothers sort of look to him, look to you. I don't know. Maybe we should test him. See what he's made of.
He just nods and will step back and let the brothers do their thing.
Alright. As Ozga and Lazak sort of take up. Right, old timer. Let's make sure you're worth carrying around. fuck it, I ain't got nothing better to do for right now. And stands up,
I love
takes a
this
few
guy.
steps back, pulls out 2 daggers as Osgood and Lazak start charging towards him. He runs in the other direction. And that is where we'll pick up next time, as Osgood and Lazak are about to face a veteran.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I ain't got anything better to do. And he, just in his head, he's like, he's hit that point that doctor's at of like, I like this one.
Yeah. But thank you
Doctor
guys
just
for
seeing the
playing.
weaponry went.
Yep.
Hazel.
Yeah. Help!
Help!
Mm-hmm.
Help!
Well, that next session, you guys will enter Grimbath potentially with a new friend in tow, at least
We
for a
like
little
your
while.
friends.
Level up.
Soon, my child, soon. But